Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Isle of Man in the UK. This is John and Mike's MMA Corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined now by Chris Heavenr. Now, firstly, sir, thank you very much for joining us. You're taking on, if I get this name right, Jewel Ettinburg. I'm going to say Jewel Ettinburg, that's what I'm saying. That's what I believe I've been given as your opponent to fight at Shamrock FC. I believe, though, what I found super interesting about your backstory is that you compete as you found it easier than buying a ticket. Is this correct?
That is correct, man. My first fight, I was going to go see my little brother, Heavenr, fight, so I asked how much tickets were. They were like $50, and I didn't have $50 that day, so I was like, hey, can I fight and get in for free? So they went ahead and let me do it, and here we are.
I thought you meant because of how confusing Ticketmaster is.
What's that?
I was going to say, I thought it was because of how confusing Ticketmaster is online.
Yeah, man.
No, Ticketmaster's okay in the States. Ticketmaster is fantastic. You can pick
in the UK,
you can pick your seat in the States. It's amazing that Ticketmaster in the US. So you decided to have a brawl and instead of buying a ticket. So did you just then get the bug? Did you just start to really enjoy the fight and thought you'd keep going, or why did you stick at it then?
Man, I just I've always been fighting, just not in the cage and things. You know, I've been honoring my whole life, so kind of worked out for me, man. And I just go back and I started a fight club. I started Archaic Ways Fight Club, and I got my little brother on my team. I got a friend, Kenny Hooten, on the team. I had a buddy, Blake Hunt, fight for me, and just fits natural, man. It's like medicine, kind of. I don't get in trouble, and I don't get kicked out when I throw punches. They scream and say, "Hey, hit them harder." So I like that. It's a lot better.
It's not a bad way to go, is it? Yes, it's a pretty good option. So you said that at the clubs. So were you training before you took this fight at all, or is just your brother that was training, and all of a sudden you had a fight and then you set up the club? How'd that work? How did that happen?
Yeah, I had never really trained, man. I've always been pretty tough, and athletic as that's athletic as it gets. And then he actually had his leg snapped, his femur. He snapped his own femur. He pulled guard and put a body triangle on him and snapped his own femur. So I was like, man, I ain't gonna let you go there and have that happen again. So I'll always be there. So I'm always in this corner. He's always in mine. And I've never got away from him. I like it.
Firstly, ouch. Yeah, snapping a femur is...
it's hard work to snap a femur.
It's one of the only bones I haven't broke.
Yeah. It's not easy to break that bone.
Yeah.
So are you coaching then? Who's coaching at the club?
It's pretty much Harley, he's the one that snapped his femur, my little brother, and then I do the managing, do the chit chat, the talking, and all that stuff, and he does. He helps me with my hands, helps me with my ground game, and we're just pretty much a family fight club, man, for real.
And so then, do you go off then to other clubs around to maybe get a fresher approach, get new ideas and stuff like that? Do you do stuff like that? Do you maybe get people in to come and do like a seminar, etc., or even just to have like a very good wrestling coach or someone to come in and do stuff?
It's along the way, I kind of go randomly throughout lives, so whenever someone arrives, they're put there for a reason, and yeah, if they know some things I don't know, we definitely sit down and talk and, learn from each other, but man, it's pretty much kind of like a hillbilly fight club, man. We don't have a lot of places. We usually are in our own living rooms, our own garages, or back porch, or whatever, and just do a little bit of sparring and a lot of studying on MMA, as far as how it all works, and we're just all tough guys to begin with, so it takes some training, but when you're tough already, you don't have to build that part for sure.
And like you say, with the training, do you find it then, obviously, because when you compete and your brother's trained, you have to critique each other. You have to find that balance of being able to critique each other in an honest way, and that has to be constructive. So how well does that go then? How well does that work out for you?
It works really good, actually, because You know, if you're not gonna listen to your own brother, who are you gonna listen to? So, yeah, you know, like he tells me something, I truly believe it. He's younger than me. You know, he's 22, I believe, and I'm 34. So, me listening to him, that's a pretty big deal. And absolutely, my whole stand-up game, the way I hold my hands, my feet, my body, he's taught me all that. And from my first fight to now, there's a world of difference. And I just thank Harley for that, really. Because other than that, there hasn't been a lot of people showing me what to do. They just root me on. So
now going into this fight on Shamrock, have you been obviously evolving your skill set in preparation for this fight? Are you looking to bring something new, surprise your opponents?
Yeah, I fought from 170, 155. I dropped to 145 for this fight. I've always gone there and fought bigger guys. You know, and I've been out of shape. Big fat belly, not big fat belly, but fat belly. And I just was out of shape, would lose my wind fast, and all that. I have a lot of power, so the power, I was worried about losing it whenever I dropped weight, but it's definitely still here, and that's what he's gonna see. Or that's what he's gonna know about for sure if he doesn't already. I hit real hard and I'm coming, so like he better keep his hands up.
So you're looking to obviously, I was gonna say, try and keep that fight standing so you can land those big punches on him.
Yes, sir.
That sounds like a fun fight, doesn't it? Like,
sounds like a bit of entertainment there.
It does indeed. It sounds like the crowd's going to have a good time when they see you coming in.
For sure, man. I go in there smiling, you know, move my body's music a little bit. I'm not worried. I'm not tripping. I'm not scared. It's you can put about anybody in there, and I'm just going to go in, smile, and show my fangs, and you know, step back and rock their head.
And you don't have to run from the police afterwards.
Nope.
No, I'm running from the police while you're in there.
There's nothing worse than gassing from a fight and then having to run from the police.
Yeah, no doubt, man. There's been a few times I would not been able. They would have had me right there for sure.
Yeah, not that anyone's ever done anything like that.
No,
you know,
no.
I'm just
Of course not.
Well, I asked,
just purely
I
guessing.
asked if I could.
Sorry?
I didn't know if it was possible to throw somebody out of the cage because I've never heard of it. And I was fighting a smaller guy down in Branson one time, and I asked my little brother, like, man, is it possible? I mean, do you get DQ'd, or what happens if you throw him over the top of the cage? So other than that, I really don't know what I could do too bad in there.
Tank Abbott tried once.
Yeah, he did.
Mind you, he was sort of fighting in, well, I don't know if it was heavyweight, because I think it was open weight still.
It was open weight back then. Yeah.
I think it was UFC 7. So if you go back to UFC 7,
Tank Abbott was
and
trying to actually throw him out. Luckily, the guy was grabbing onto the cage.
Did try. And the referee did sort of get involved a bit and say, "Come on,
you can't do that."
Yeah, we frown on that.
But no, you can't. No, I tell you what, if you go and join the WWE though, you can throw them out.
Yeah,
so
you can also hit him with a set of steps.
Yeah.
You know,
But I'm just saying, if he wants to.
Royal Rumble.
Exactly, Royal Rumble. If he wants to do that, there's an idea. There's an option. So yeah, you've got the fight on Shamrock FC. Now this is going to. So what's your goal then? 2016. This first fight is going to kick off the whole year for you. It's going to go off with a big bang. What's your plans? What do you have to aim? What are you aiming for the end of the year?
Man, I'm aiming for a couple good knockouts as an amateur. Not good knockouts, just like quality, like replay on TV knockouts. Like, where'd that guy just go? He's fell on the floor and he's out. And I want some of those. That's for myself. I want those for myself, and then I'd like to go ahead and see if I can get a few pro fights and, you know, see what we can do with that. I believe I'm at the right weight right now, which, like I said, I've been fighting 170, and I've been well overweight. So, and I don't know, I've just been taken down a few times, but it took my neck, and I don't think it's going to happen with these smaller guys. So.
It's going to be good. It's going to be interesting to see how.
Yeah, get yourself on that radar.
It's going to be interesting to see how you are at 145. Then it's you know, like you say, you're probably going to be at the right weight class there. Exactly. So you won't be fighting the guys who are much larger. You know, it's going to be interesting.
Sometimes
Chris.
it takes a few fights to find that weight class. You know, it's
finding where your body feels happy as well. Yeah. Chris, before we shoot off and let you go, my friend, how can people at home follow you on social media? Is there like a Twitter? Is there a Facebook, Instagram, any of that stuff?
Yeah, man, we got on Facebook we got Archaic Chris Heavenr, which Archaic is my fight name. It means ancient, it means like 10,000 years old. Archaic Ways Fight Club is on there, and pretty much the same thing. And we got Archaic Fighter on Twitter. And other than that, man, you just gotta find me to talk to me. But yeah, it's Archaic Ways on Fight Club, or Archaic Ways Fight Club on Facebook, Archaic Receiver on Facebook, and Archaic Fighter on Twitter. And of course, on Shamrock FC, their page, they link me quite a bit. So
awesome stuff, man. What about sponsors? Have you got any sponsors out there helping you out?
I just got a few local friends, like one of my fighter, Kenny Hooten. He's also fighting on the card. He has a business, the Spot upon the Terror. And yeah, man, that's about it, really. We just roll out, get it done.
Awesome stuff. And what about, obviously, do you want to thank, obviously, your brother training you? Do you want to give thanks to any other guys that you train with, people like that, family and stuff?
Yeah, man, I'd like to thank, definitely like to thank my little brother, Harley Heavenr, Kenny Hooten. I'd like to thank JT Tilley for getting me the first fight, Jesse Finney for getting me these ones, Rob Donker for all the hard work, and Brian Levick, and man, just my family and friends, because I don't know, I wouldn't be here without all that for sure. I'd just be some mouthy punk on the street still.
Awesome stuff, Chris. Chris, have it, like we say here to everyone, it's not about good luck, mate. It's not about luck, it's about how hard you've been training. So have a great fight, have a great weekend, and enjoy every moment that you're there, okay, fella?
Absolutely, bro.